Okay, camera's rolling.
Wait, I'm not rolling yet. Hold up. Wait,
Just sing a verse from Breaking Free.
I'm breaking free, I'm soaring,
flying.
there's not a star in heaven that we can't reach.
If we're trying.
I don't even like High School Musical.
What?
Wait, what?
What?
Convince me otherwise.
You've tainted the microphone.
What did you just say?
Okay.
I didn't say anything, it's okay. Anyways, we're rolling!
Pretend it didn't happen.
Are we ready?
We're good.
Okay. Hi everybody, my name's Eala, and this is my side talk. In all 12 years of my educational career, I never had the option to create my own purposeful course to teach other students until I came to site school. We were given the opportunity to put together our own interdisciplinary course. And with my brilliant mind, I've put together Realty Check. Realty Check teaches students the fundamentals of buying and selling homes and the business behind that. This course's purpose is to prepare grade 12 students for the Realty course that is post-secondary. In my course, there are four different subjects that make up the Realty Check course: marketing, business leadership, entrepreneurship, and communication and technology. We were told to base our interdiscourse around a subject we love and what we think would be beneficial to other people. Real estate, I chose real estate because I think it's important that everyone has some knowledge about real estate. Even if you decide that you do not want to pursue being a real estate agent as a career, it is extremely important, in my opinion, that you have some knowledge of real estate, especially if you want to be investing in a house or some property. Some people might think I only want to be a real estate or get into the business after school because my mom's a real estate agent, and others might think I'm only interested because my mom's a real estate agent and it's very basic and cliche to be following in her footsteps. But trust me when I tell you, it is so much more than that. I've always been interested in the historical story behind a house, especially century-old houses. Growing up, I've only ever lived in century houses, and each house had an amazing story behind them, crazy stories. My first house in Linden, in the middle of nowhere, so if you know where that is, I'll be surprised. My house in Linden used to be a bank, way early in the last century that I can't remember right now. It was a bank, and in the basement there is a safe where you used to keep money and all the stuff, the bank would do, and it was really cool. And my house that I live in now in Dundas is a heritage house, and it at one time used to be two separate houses, which is really cool. It's especially funny when people first come to my house and they knock on the door that is actually unusable, and they're waiting for an answer. I find it hilarious. When I was younger, and I would have people come to my house, I would give them big, grand tours of my house, and I would take them to the basement, I would take them to the bedrooms, I would take them everywhere in the house, and I would show them every single room, and I would tell them every tiny little fun fact about my house, because I was always, and still am, extremely fascinated about the story of a house and all the history that it holds behind it. But looking at it back now, though, I don't think anybody ever did the same thing for me. And I think the best part about it is that when we would have adult guests come over and they see this little 8-year-old touring them around this house, spitting out facts, like it was a project. Growing up in century-old houses, as you could imagine, I spent a lot of time in renovations. The kitchen, the living room, the bedrooms, the basement, the attic, anything you could possibly name. I've sat through that renovation. And like living in a century house, there's always been a project that needed to be done. But in the end, it was so worth it because it'd always be breathtakingly beautiful and gorgeous. Especially when you take an old house and you show off their original brick or ceilings, and it's gorgeous. All of these factors have been really big impact on my love, I guess you could call it, for real estate. And yes, of course, my mom being a very successful real estate broker manager can have its impact too. But being a real estate agent is so much more than just buying and selling houses. It gets you involved in the community around you in different committees in a different way, and I feel like a lot of people don't realize how much that can impact their business and broaden your horizon. We'll say that. And that's kind of funny though, because at site school, it's kind of super similar, because being a real estate agent, like what I've seen from my mom, is living in Dundas, she's involved with many committees, she's involved in so many things in her community, and then when I look at site, we strive to do the exact same thing, which is super cool. Like we always want to be part of the community, and we always want to be helping out, and it helps make our list of contacts longer, which is amazing for events when we try to do something like this, and it's able to happen. During the lockdown, when I had nothing else to do, I would spend so much time on Realtor.ca, and I still do. Okay, it's kind of unhealthy. But I would spend all my time, because originally I was looking for a cottage, and I still am. It's in the works, guys, okay? I'm looking for a cottage because sitting in this lockdown, not being able to go anywhere, not being able to escape this house, which I needed an escape. I was looking for a retreat. I was looking for something. But then looking for this perfect place, I found myself looking at all sorts of different things that go into owning a home, and I also discovered designs that I do and don't like, and I've been able to design my future home many different times. Real estate is an important, essential job, because without real estate brokerages, who are you going to call when you're ready to sell and move your house? Who are you supposed to call when you are ready to sell and move out of your house, or when you're dying to move out of your basement or your parents' basement? Or what about that extremely busy road that you live on and it's not safe for your kids to play on? Or when your family's growing and your 2-bedroom apartment is all of a sudden getting way too small? Or when that damn landlord won't return your calls about the broken refrigerator? Who do you call? Your friendly neighborhood real estate agent. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.